Hi, my name is Melita Twet, and I will be presenting on week 6 topic social relations. There were two articles in our weekly reading. The first was social heuristic and social roles. Intuition favors altruism for women, but not for men. The article was about answering the question if humans are more intuitive, altruistic, or does the altruism require self-control? In this study, they came up with the social heuristic theory in order to answer this question. The article discovered that most view women as being more altruistic. For example, it was discovered that women are more, they use a study that they performed a meta-analysis on 13 new experiments and 9 experiments from other groups. They found that more women describe themselves as being independent instead of warm and caring. The second article was why seemingly trivial events sometimes provoke strong emotional reaction. The role of social exchange, rule violation. This study was done in order to find out why some people have such a strong emotional reaction to certain events. The study took a closer look at the social exchange rule that was being broken. The results supported the hypothesis by stating that people's perception on social exchange rule violation accounted for more variance in participants' reaction than it did tangible consequences of the event. Chapter 9 in the Kesem textbooks talks about our need to belong. As discussed in social psychology, we all have a desire to belong. Wanting to belong can have a positive or negative effect in our lives. When people are rejected or ignored, it can lead to a strong feeling of loneliness, isolation. This causes people to go into depression, anxiety, and sometimes suicidal thoughts. In order to form a relationship, however, we must take the first step, which is affiliation. We are more attracted to some people than others, as the textbook stated, which is perfectly normal. There are a couple of steps of the initial attraction that help us form a good, long-lasting relationship. These are getting familiar with others and being there. Then it comes down to physical attractiveness. Some might call it, as the textbook stated, blinded by beauty. The textbook also talked about being acquainted or selecting a mate at the end of the initial attraction stage. We all want to build close relationship in life. A study was done on how important it was for us to have a good relationship in life. And it discovered that many people would give up other important goals in their life in order to have a good relationship. Having a good relationship was not one of the things that they were willing to give up. There are many kinds of different relationships, such as professional or romantic. There are also factors that affects the way we form relationship. Our culture, how we grew up, plays a big role in this. And as we all know, we have we all have relationship issue, no matter how great your relationship is. The textbook talked about different issues that comes with having or being in a relationship. One of the major things that causes conflict in relationship is bad communication. Chapter 10 discusses helping others. We all want to be helped, but how is it done? And when do we know when to help and when not to help? Chapter 10 of our textbook answers all these four questions. Why do people help? When do people help? Who is likely to be helped? And whom do people help? We help others to help ourselves, or sometimes what we get in return. There are also the risk of us helping or not helping, such as the first responders. They put their life on the line knowing that helping others might result in them losing their life. So, whenever there's a situation that others have to think about helping, there's always we always think about the risks that is involved. There's also the bystander effect that was discussed in the textbook. When others are around or are watching a emergency event or someone that needs help, it's less likely for us to help because of those people being around. This is called the bystander effect. Our mood is also plays a big part in if we help or not. This means that people are more likely to help others when they're in a good mood versus if they're in a bad mood. We also looked up to our role models to point us to what it looks like to help others. As we know, most movie stars or famous people do donate to many charitable events. So, by you knowing that your role model is helping by donating to a charity, you might be inclined to donate to that charity too. We are some people are more helpful than others. Um, some are some have a altruistic personality and are more inclined to help others when they're in trouble. And whom do we help comes down to if we like the person or they're attractiveness of the person or if it's our friends or family and others that like us. This plays a huge role in who we help. Chapter 7 in our other textbook was about evaluating the fairness and critical assessment of the equality theory. Most interpersonal relationships are built on trust, mutual respect, and genuine concern for others. In this I'm reading, we found out that people generally do not enter a relationship with fairness issues at the foremost of their mind. However, many people have do come from different backgrounds and and are familiar with the golden rule, as we all call it. This is when you treat others the way you would like to be treated. We hear people say that a lot when referring to how we are expected to treat others. Many people believe that if someone lived by this rule, fairness will prevail, and this will in turn lead to a satisfying relationship. A number of theory has been developed. However, the one that was discussed within this textbook was the equality theory, which states that which was um, originally made for employers and employees relationship. However, the key to find out that this theory can apply to all kinds of relationship over the years. This theory helps people understand how we evaluate the interaction in other kinds of relationship. So in this presentation, we talked about social relation involving attraction, helping others, and the equality theory. They all involve developing social relationship with individuals and having the ability to interact with others around us. These interactions also are influenced by various factors. Attractions are made due to the care of other people and how we all desire to help others that we care about. The equality theory is based on the balance in relationship between individuals as well. These factors play an enormous part in our lives and how we interact with others around us. My two questions for this week would be one, we all know helping others when they are in need is the right thing to do. However, helping others does come with its risks. Well, there's some reason why people choose not to help others. The second is, what does the Bible teach us about the true meaning of love in a healthy relationship instead of the world? Thank you guys for watching my presentation, and I hope you enjoy.